I know that my Redeemer lives. How my heart yearns within me. This was a man named Job that penned this down for us thousands of years ago, a word that has lived and survived, and a word that became true in Jesus on Easter. I know that my Redeemer lives. We've been continuing through the Old Testament together, going through the Old Testament prophets recently, Nahum, but today we just want to zero in on Holy Week, because that is where we are. Holy Week, a week set apart, a week that Jesus was intent on, a week that he set his face on as he entered into Jerusalem, as he went into the upper room with his disciples, washed their feet, went into the Garden of Gethsemane, was arrested, tried, right, was abandoned, betrayed, right, went to the cross on Friday. Then Saturday, what was he doing Saturday? Right, he was resting. He was resting. And Sunday, what did he do? He rose again from the dead. I don't want you to miss this week. Don't miss the movement of our faith, a daily movement that takes place in all of our lives. We move from Palm Sunday to Monday, Thursday to Good Friday to Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday, almost every day. We're buried with Christ, we're brought to life with Christ. We experience sufferings, we experience life, we love one another. We have meals together. We experience betrayal, we experience prayer, but we experience victory. Right? All of this because Jesus experienced this to give us the gospel, the good news, right? That even in this side of eternity, right, there is hope. There is the hope of heaven. There is the hope of our God who is faithful, who is working in all things for the good of his children. Don't miss this week. I hope that you're able to join us in person or online for all of our services to come. Christ is risen. That's what you're going to hear us proclaim on Sunday, and the truth that we live in every day. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah. Right, that's been passed down to us from one generation to the next. Right, Mary Magdalene, she was the first one, according to historians and scholars and biblical individuals that have searched history. And where did that come from? Right, certainly it's in the scriptures itself, as the angels proclaim that at the empty tomb. But when Mary Magdalene was being martyred for her faith, she shouted that out, right? Christ is risen. Right? She had a firm foundation for her faith. She knew Jesus. She saw his death. She saw him face to face after his resurrection. And she lived her life leaning into those truths, her faith in Jesus. She yelled, Christ is risen. And those around her repeated it and yelled it, Christ is risen indeed. Hallelujah. Right? This has been the anthem of disciples of Jesus, not in just the face of death, but in the face of persecution, in the face of suffering, in the face of hurt and shame and guilt, in the face of relationships falling apart, in the face of sin being done to us. He's risen. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah. Right? That is the anthem. And may it be your anthem this week. Don't miss it. When I say it, I mean it. The greatest news of all, right? Jesus, the rock of our faith, the firm foundation, the one who we stand on, and the proof of who he is. He rose again from the dead. Don't miss it. Don't miss him. See his passion, see his love, see his suffering, see his joy. See Jesus for who he was born to be, who he's been for all eternity, who he will be when we see him face, the one who was crucified, but the risen one who rose again from the dead. See him. See his scars. Don't miss it. How his scars come into our life. And when we have scars, we see his scars. Right? Yes, his suffering scars, but his victorious scars that give hope, even the worst of moments. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Jesus is knocking this week and certainly every week of your life. And he's asking you to let him in. He wants to draw you closer to him. And so don't miss it. Don't miss him. Don't miss Jesus. May you be blessed the rest of this Holy Week as you experience the truth of our faith, the love of God revealed to us on that Monday, Thursday. Right? The prayers of Jesus in that Garden of Gethsemane. Don't miss it. Don't miss his crucifixion, his death, Those 7 words from the cross, don't miss it. Those miracles that took place on the cross, don't miss it. And don't miss the hope of Sunday morning. The sun rose. There is hope. Don't miss it.